There we go. Now they can hear us. We got to do the intro over again.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, now, since people can hear us now, welcome to another episode of Melanated Thought, where we talk about things that affect our African American, if you want to call it that, but I don't like that name, Foundation of Black American Community. I am Reggio.
And I am Mimi the lady.
And what a lovely lady she is.
Wow.
Yes, indeed, it feeds the needy. And again, like I was saying before, we have a lot to talk about, do we not?
Oh, yeah. Like I said before, we can pretty much do this show on hot topics.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, man.
So much. But you know what's so funny? It's like that hamster in the wheel, though. Same old thing, different state, different city. Same old thing.
And that's sad. Mm-hmm. That is really, really sad. Hold on, I'm trying to get the music cracking. So, yeah, that's really, really sad because so much. I honestly don't know where to start.
To me, it's scary. Don't want to go nowhere. Don't want to do nothing. It's scary. It's scary.
It really is, man, because it's getting to the point now to where if we go outside, then we got to worry about somebody getting stupid and doing a mass shooting.
At a parade.
At a parade of all things.
At church.
At church.
Grocery store.
Anywhere.
In your car, road rage. It's just, I don't know.
Now, I can honestly say that when you went to OKC and we went to the outlet mall there, which we had a pretty good time. Would you agree?
Oh, yes. I got a beautiful watch, y'all. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It just came out too.
That watch is off the chain. It really
and
is.
I got a purse.
And she got a nice purse too. You know, she got us a few little something. But she deserves it, man. I don't mind her indulging herself. You know, she.
You got some stuff too. So.
Yeah, I got me some stuff too. I got me some Chucks. You know, I got my little Chuck Taylors. I got got me some Levi's. You know, that was.
I definitely had to go by Bath and Body Works.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun though. Yeah, you're right. It was peaceful though. I'm not gonna lie.
It was peaceful and we had fun. But the whole time I was there, I was worried about you.
High alert. Yeah.
And I was my head was on a swivel. I was paying attention to everybody that was around us.
Me too.
And
every time somebody said, or oh, holla, I was like, ooh, what? You know, you jaked and looked that way because you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and it's getting, and you shouldn't have to be like that, especially out in a public setting. So, but at any rate,
like it's out here, it's 100 degrees. Why they got on a trench coat?
Good question. Yeah,
let's get away from him. You know, so it's that kind of feeling, that kind of weirdness.
Yeah, it gets to that point to where you don't want to talk. You don't want to say anything to anybody out of the way. If you don't want to look at anybody in the eye, it's getting to that point to where if you look at somebody the wrong way, they're gonna start busting caps.
Oh yeah, cause I must admit I was part of that road rage club and used to give the finger like crazy. But now I just don't. I try not to do nothing. I might say something in my car, but all the hand movements and the gestures and stirring them down when I pass by.
You can't do that no more, man. I mean, if you do, that's asking for trouble.
Could be your last day.
You ain't lying about that. It could be your last day on this earth, man.
You gone and they talk about I snap and they still here.
And they still here.
No.
That's messed up. But anyway, y'all, this show is actually this is a 2-part show, man. This is like a 2-parter, a 2-question show, 2 subject show. Let's put it like that, 2 subject show. The first subject is a follow-up question to what my brother-in-law put up was the reparations question. Will we get it? This is part 2 of that.
That'll be a no.
We'll get into that. We're gonna get to that pretty deep. And I pinged my main man, our co-host, one of our co-hosts, Marvin Lewis.
Okay.
I pinged him earlier, and he asked what the subject was, and I told him it was about the reparations questions. He said it'll never happen.
Yep.
And I said I agree with you. I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I really am. But he also stated that we can't even get laws to protect us.
Right. That's what I was just going to say.
As
Me as a
foundational
woman.
Black Americans.
I often say as a woman, they don't took our rights away as a woman.
Exactly. I mean, we can't even get laws in the books to protect foundational Black Americans. So what makes us think we're going to get reparations? And he has a very, very valid point.
Very good valid
I agree
point.
with him on that.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is getting laws on the books. You got the Alphabet Brigade. You know what? I did some research on this. They have 300 laws written for them. 300.
Yeah. And that wasn't this last century. This ain't been no 10 years ago. This
Right.
is like these last 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Their cup has been overfilled.
Yeah. And pretty much all of them have passed.
Yeah.
We can't even get one.
No.
Asians have had several laws passed within the past couple of years.
Well, we got the Emmett Till bill.
Wow.
We got Juneteenth.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Anything tangible? Nothing tangible, correct?
They trying to pass a bill where rappers won't get held against what they say in their rap lyrics. Stupid shit like that. Excuse my French.
No, you said it right. You said it right.
They passing bills and putting bills like that through, but not nothing that's very important for
nothing tangible. Nothing tangible for foundational Black Americans,
exactly,
right? Nothing tangible for us.
So.
Nothing solid. No money or nothing
and yes,
like that.
I am being facetious when I'm talking about all that because they ain't done nothing for us.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the reparations question, and we're going to talk about the laws that have not been passed.
Let me correct myself.
Go ahead.
I am born and raised in Texas.
Yes.
The Juneteenth bill was long overdue. So.
Yes, indeed.
And then for Miss Lee to do Opal Lee to a woman her age to walk to Washington to get that bill passed for us, I wholeheartedly appreciate that. But in the interim, it's not even a paid holiday. I feel like it needs to be a paid holiday like everything else. Your Christmases, your Thanksgivings, and all that. I had to work on that day.
Yeah, you did.
So, I'm glad it was passed, but it need to have the same benefits as all the other major holidays.
I agree.
Only thing, I think the banks and the post office was closed. Mm-hmm. But other than that, most of us still had to work.
Right.
And if you didn't work, you didn't get paid for it.
Yeah.
So it's not even a paid holiday.
I know I got, even though I was off that day, it wasn't a paid holiday. Mm-hmm. I got a big ass chunk out of my check.
Yeah.
So
they said, if you don't come, you don't go get no check. So I was in the higher, sir.
Oh, yeah, she was.
I was right there.
Yeah, she was. She was.
But, it is what it is.
But anyway, babe, how was your 3 weeks?
Things has been good, just, working, progressing, trying to stay prayed up and keep the faith. And I pray to God for our marriage and this world and my life. And I don't really plan anything anymore. I just take life one day at a time. Just blessed to still be here, honestly.
Because neither one of us really, me personally, the reason why I don't really plan anything is because every time I plan something always messes it up and it happens and I can't do what I want to do.
That's true.
So that's why I don't plan anything.
The reason why I said that is because this past week, Angela and I lost a very good friend. We realized 8 years ago we had just came from a concert seeing Jill Scott, and we was always at the gym working out and getting our walk on and losing weight. And one day I was at work, her cousin called me and said, hey, I was just calling to tell you, keep the pass. I'm like, huh? No, we just got back from the concert the other night. Gone. It's been 8 years now, so that's why I say glad to still be here, because I've lost so many friends around my age. It's crazy.
You know what? I have too.
Yeah.
I really have. And my condolences to your friend, by the way.
Thank you.
That's something, even though it was 8 years ago.
And then this world, it just, sometimes it gets to me.
Right.
It gets to me, but I'm here.
We're both
what Whoopi Goldberg said at the end of Color Purple, I might be
ugly,
but I'm here.
But I'm here. By God, I'm here.
That's right. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
But
well, how are you, sir? How are you?
Man, not too bad. I can't complain. Life is good. I'm happy in my marriage for once in my life. I'm just being real.
Praise God.
I really am. We have our little trials and tribulations, nothing major. But
He won't close stuff and put stuff back and leave stuff laying around. I'll put it out there. I ain't ashamed, honey.
that's
Pray
messed,
for us, honey.
that's messed up. But anyway.
But yeah.
But anyway, y'all. Other than that, babe, everything is good. I'm be honest with you. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. I am really, really happy and proud to be your husband.
Oh, thank you.
I really am. So.
I'm proud and honored to carry the last name Parker.
Hello. So just don't be bending over in front of Smokey and Craig. We'll be all right.
They don't care no way. They ride somewhere high, so it don't matter now. It's been good.
Yeah, we're good, man. I mean, we're
heading towards 6 months.
Heading forward to, hey man, that's a milestone. Mm-hmm. It really is. That's a really big milestone. In this day and age, man, hell, 6 days is a good day.
For real. Be like, I want to know, man. What?
But
but it's been good.
Yeah. We're progressing though, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually getting kind of serious on the house hunt.
Oh yeah,
that's a good thing. So that's on a personal note. We'll keep y'all updated on that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, got the music crack-a-lacking. I did this. I did you hear this one when I was at my old spot. Part of it anyway.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to. I don't know. I might NFT this one. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the books. The books. I got 3 this time. Let's go ahead. It's going to be a little bit delayed here. Let's get Malcolm and his wife and daughters, 2 of his daughters anyway, up there on the screen. But and there goes Malcolm. Books every black person should read at least once in their lifetime. Mm-hmm. One of them is a book that I read a few years ago. It's called Soledad Brother. It's a prison letters adopted of a Mr. George Jackson. For those of you who don't know who George Jackson was, he was part of the Black Guerrilla family. He founded that group. And they were kind of like an offshoot of the Black Panthers, and they took no prisoners, literally. The brother was killed while he was supposedly trying to escape, but he was just standing in one spot and they popped a cap in him. So I really can't see where he was escaping. But anyway, that is a really, really, really good book, y'all. He has a foreword by Jonathan Jackson. That's his nephew. So that's a really good one. Second book that I got is a book that I read a while back. I need to put this in my library. I need to find a hard copy of it. I think I might go to Amazon and get it. It's called Sundown Towns, a hidden dimension of American racism. And the reason why I picked this book out, because if I make no mistake, my lovely wife has a story, a current event story about a child being thrown from a bike.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because he was in the wrong town.
Right.
So
utterly ridiculous.
I agree with you on that. This book is written by James W. Lowen. He wrote another book that I have in my library. You've seen it, called Lies My Teacher Told Me. Mm-hmm. He wrote that book. So, and this one right here is about sundown towns. So this one is a really good book because the town that I come from, Idabel, used to be a sundown town. So, sundown towns is something that I'm probably kind of sort of familiar with, because if you want to get technical about it, it still is a sundown town, the matter speaking, because like after a certain time of night, if somebody black was caught across the tracks, you better have a good ass reason as to why you're across the tracks, which I thought was kind of messed up. But anyway, there's that book. Last book is a new book, actually. It's called Hiding in Plain Sight: The Invention of Donald Trump and the Erosion of America by Sarah Kendzior. I'm sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It basically talks about how the American system, the system itself, has been corrupted and bastardized by people that are of the same vein of Donald Trump. So that book is definitely a must read for people, man, because it'll give you a pretty good insight as to how that came to be and why. So anyway, that's all the books I got. Those 3. And let's get to my favorite part of the show that my wife came up with. Bold words from a black woman. I love this part. She did this one herself, man. She came up with this one. I love it, man. And she comes up with some good ones too.
Well,
she comes up with some really good ones.
Just a little excerpt here. Everybody know that I have a heartfelt major girl crush on Stacey Abrams.
Right.
And she is in the news for saying some crazy stuff. I have a story to say about that, but she does have a quote that I think is very asymmetrical to what we're going through now in this culture that we're living in today in 2022.
And it's going to pop up in just a few seconds, so give it a minute because it's kind of a delay. There we go.
And I quote, "We can do this together because while individually you have purpose, together we have power." Black people, we got to stop being those crabs in the barrel. I know we've mentioned that several times on this podcast.
I agree, man.
And right when you think we're moving forward, we take 2, 3, 4,000 steps backwards.
Yep.
And yes, I know a lot has to do with government officials, police brutality, work related. They don't want to advance you, things like that. But I feel like if we work together and get us some more Wall Streets going, we'll have that power. And we won't have to worry about what somebody can do for. We're doing it for ourselves.
Exactly. I agree.
So with that, I agree with her on this sentiment wholeheartedly. Miss Stacey Abrams.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm not really a big Stacey. I get it out. I'm not really a big Stacey Abrams fan. I'm really not. I mean, nothing against that sister. I just don't like the fact that she's, for lack of a better term, a lapdog for the Democratic Party. I don't like that. But the sister is doing her thing. More power to your sisters. I mean,
she pretty much single-handedly got people out to vote in Georgia.
Yes, she did.
So, I give credit where credit is due. That was a feat that has never been done.
Turned Georgia into a blue state for the first time ever.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Exactly. So she has her, like I said, it's a story I'm going to do about her now, which I'm kind of up in arms about. But yeah, to me, she's been marching. She's been marching.
Like
she's been stomping. So,
like I said, I get credit where credit is due. Nothing against that sister. Absolutely. I mean, nothing against her at all. I might not agree with her political affiliation or her political views, right? But big mad props to that sister.
Absolutely.
Big mad props to that sister.
Absolutely.
So hey, Anyway, that's what we got so far. Now let's get to the nitty grit, the current events.
Yes, sir. So as I stated, I do have a story about Stacey. So since I'm gonna piggyback off of her being my black woman quote of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Stacey Abrams says higher pay for cops could lead to fewer negative interactions and use of force incidents.
What?
And, she's running for political office, and her running mate Kemp accuses her of being anti-police.
This, I mean, I don't think that higher pay for a cop is going to stop anything. I'm just being honest with you.
That's my sentiment. I appreciate her stating the fact, because she did go on to say that most police officers is often paid less than a living wage.
Yeah.
And that is wrong, I must admit, because I say the same thing about teachers.
Yeah, I was about to say that very same thing. Teachers are too.
And she said we must raise pay for officers and address violent crime as we work to build community trust and foster law enforcement accountability. I don't care if you're like, what's that McDonald's commercial? He on fries now. And everybody was so proud he was on fries.
Yeah.
We need to have that same sentiment about our police officers. I don't care if you're making $2. Yeah. Take accountability and hold your position to your heart. And don't treat nobody like a slave, like a dog in the street, putting your knee on their neck until they take their last breath. What they got to do with your paycheck?
Nothing.
That's just like I said, I love her to death. Stacey, you my girl. We are women. Here we roar. But I don't quite agree if we give them more money, that's going to change their headset about how they treat fellow citizens in the street. It could. I'm not going to say it couldn't, but I don't think that's going to be.
I can't see that happening.
No.
I can't see that happening at all.
No.
Because with the way the police structure is settled right now, is setting right now, there's a lot of white supremacists in police and in law enforcement, a lot of them, and a lot of them are part of white supremacist groups. So I don't think higher pay is going to stop them from whooping up on black people or killing black people with impunity. That's not going to stop that at all. So I definitely disagree with that.
And I don't know if she's trying to segue from Governor Kemp, who is pretty much endorsed by law enforcement.
Yeah, he is.
Heavily.
Right.
So I don't know if she's trying to, again, stomp and show us that we do have some good, I'm not going to say all also, but we do have some good police force and,
oh, no doubt.
And people who protect us in office and in service, but I don't know if increasing their pay is going to
deter them from being corrupted.
Exactly.
No. It's not going to. It's not going to.
I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head, Stacey. But for right now, I'm gonna say that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
That's a no for me. I don't think that's going to happen at all.
Nah.
And I think you just played into Kemp's hand by saying something like that.
Yeah, she did. That's exactly what she wanted him to do. That's what he wanted her. Yeah, right. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. But
yep. So, shout out to her. Good luck with that. But all right.
But then again, if you think about that for a second, that could happen. It really could. They could increase that.
Nice. It would be nice. But I hope we don't get a bunch of riffraff applying to be police officer who in the back of their head is a racist, will beat you in the back of your head, but they thinking, let me go get this money.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. So it could be a double-edged sword.
That's why I said at this present time,
especially with the way things are going now.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, baby. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. It's just, I don't know.
Go ahead.
Here's some more. Make you want to say, what the?
Yeah.
Ohio police deploy chemical irritant on protesters after shocking video shows barrage of bullets aimed at Jalen Walker. I remember you told me about this story. I think this young man was shot over 60 times.
Damn.
That's right. You heard me. 60 bullet wounds as he ran from the cops.
I want to talk about that. Let me talk about that for a minute. I really do. Now, when I first heard that story, only thing I did was I was at work when I first heard that story. It came up on a news feed at my job, and I saw it. I saw this thing, and I just sit back in my chair. I put my hands in my head, and I just started shaking it, man. And from what they tried to lie and said he shot first, but there was no gun in his car, and no gun found where he was running
at the traffic stop, nor where he was running.
Right. So, and they shot him 60 times. 8
different officers.
Which means they had to unload and reload to shoot him again.
I think a clip hold, 20, 25, 30?
11 rounds.
Oh, I'm talking more than that. Okay, well, they reloaded 3 times.
Exactly. They unloaded on this young man
twice to 3 times.
At least twice.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It depends what kind of gun you have. They hold about 15 shots.
Okay.
15 rounds. Depends on what kind of gun you have. If it's a police issue weapon, it's probably 15 rounds.
8 officers, 1 young man. You know, I'm just going to segue, and I was raised in the country. I'm pretty sure y'all can tell by my voice. And I remember we used to do target practice. I even had target practice with a BB gun. And we used to hang up like old feed sacks up in the tree.
Yeah.
And when we be shooting, that feed sack just be spinning around and all that. If any feed was left, or any sugar, whatever was left, it'll start pouring out. Can you imagine if that body was that feed sack? And 60 body, 60 bullet, oh my God. That's why I asked you when you told me this, I'm thinking, is he recognizable? Was anything left?
From what I'm getting to that. From what I read, he was literally shot from head to toe. Now, mind you, they shot at him 90 times.
But only 60.
But 60 bullets hit him. So that's a 66% rate. So 2/3 of your bullets hit this man.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's this piggyback back to what Stacy said. So if you give these police officers another $10,000 to $15,000 annually, what they have thought, let me not pull my gun and shoot 60 times. Let me shoot 2 times. Or no, don't shoot at all. Why I keep saying this every time, where are the tasers? Why do we pull our guns first?
Okay, here's my question.
It's 8 men versus 1.
Here's my question. That happened in Akron, Ohio. Okay. Now, not too far from Akron, Ohio, another shooting happened in Illinois. We're going to get to that one too, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead just a little bit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. He ran from the police as well. Any bullet holes in him?
Nope.
Did he get a paper cut?
So let's go ahead and talk about that. That will go be my next story. This one anyway.
Okay. So go ahead, talk about that.
As you guys have known by now, there has been another mass shooting. But on this time, it was on 4th of July, America's birthday. Yeah, America's birthday. Don't get me wrong. I really don't judge people. But if you've seen that young man picture,
I meant to post one up. I meant to post one up.
I'm trying to pull it up. I don't think. Well, you have to do it on yours. First of all, let me say this. It was in Highland Park, Illinois. I feel sorry for his father, but then again, I don't. Because his father was the one who had the gun cord, because Illinois is a state that you have to carry a gun cord. He had the gun cord filled out, but he turned around and bought the gun for his son. That makes no sense. Again, it is a powerful military-style weapon.
Of course.
And he climbed up on a tree on top of a building or something and was shooting at the crowd. Had plans to leave there and go to another parade and shoot up that parade too, but he was caught. And like you said, they got him down. They didn't shoot him. They didn't put their knee on his neck. They didn't drag his face. Like we have a story here where they dragged this girl face on the concrete.
We'll get to that in a minute.
They just didn't do anything like that to him. I don't want to say it's the race, but I'm beginning to feel it's the race.
It is the race. Let's go ahead and call it what it is.
Yeah.
Don't sugarcoat anything, babe.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about you that I love. You don't sugarcoat nothing.
I don't understand that.
If it comes out your mouth, it's the truth. So let it come out your mouth. It's the truth.
It's crazy. It's just like what do we have to do? I mean, why is there such difference? And more 9 times out of 10, their crimes are so more heinous than ours. But we get treated like dogs, like mad dogs in the street.
Now let's go back to that one story in Akron, Ohio. Now that young man, it was a routine traffic stop. A traffic violation.
Right.
Nothing major.
Nothing.
So, and I know why he ran. I can tell you why he ran. He was scared.
Like most young black men are. You see 8 cops roll up on you and it's just you by yourself.
Fight or flight. And he took off.
First thing he thought, maybe I can outrun him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he possibly were. That's why they shot him. He probably got the best of him on foot.
Exactly. So, I mean, my man was scared. I mean, as far as a muzzle flash, I've seen the video footage. I didn't see a muzzle flash. They're trying to justify killing this young man. But anyway, back to the story that you just talked about. He was trying to evade the police by dressing up as a woman.
Yeah, the woman. Yeah.
And get away, so he could go off and shoot somebody else. Now let's go back to his history. First of all, he was supposed to be like a rapper or something, wasn't he? And he had like the rap name Awake.
Yeah, he did some if that's what you want to call rapping. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of figured that. Now I've done some research on this young man, and he was a disciple of this white supremacist group over in Europe. I think Finland, if I make no mistake.
Okay.
Because if you look at his video, there's like this little symbol there. That symbol, I looked it up. That symbol is a symbol that's used by this white supremacist group that predates the Nazi Party.
The Nazi Party.
Yeah, it predates them. That's where the Nazis got their game from. They got it from them.
Wow, he went way back.
Yeah, he went way back to the source. So, but anyway, that was his philosophy. And you said he wrote a manifesto.
Yeah, he did.
What was the manifesto?
He was talking about why he did it. He just don't like people. Just too much. What he kept saying, it's just too much. SHIT, shit going on in the world. I'm gonna have to be the one to take care of it. Like, he came out to be Captain Saving Hope all by himself. First of all, who you saving? Because at first, if I said, like, if it was like the shooting that was in Buffalo, where that boy intentionally were not killing black people, I knew what his motive was. I have no rhyme what this little boy was doing. Because he killed white people, black people. He was shooting at everybody.
See, here's the thing about those neo-Nazi groups. They want to do like a racial cleansing, and they'll kill white people too.
I don't know.
They have no remorse. They have no remorse. They will kill white people too. They don't care.
Kids. He did a 6-year-old was shot, a 9-year-old. So far they're in the hospital. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah,
he did from the young to the old.
One child, I think it's a little boy. He's going to be paralyzed from the waist down because of that.
God. But then try to get away dressed as a woman. But then the way they took him away, it's like they took him away or took him into custody, quote unquote, without incident. What you mean without incident? He still had gunpowder on his hands. He still had some guns on him. He still had bullets in his pocket. So why would you take him away? And see, that's what I'm saying. Major heinous crime where people are laying in the street bloody to death, and this young man just got stopped at a traffic. Maybe he forgot to stop the stop sign.
Think about this though.
I don't get it.
Think about this. Let's go back a little bit. Think about Dylan Roof. What did police do for him?
Gave him a cigarette. I think a Burger King hamburger. Is that the one?
That's the one. After he done shot 8 black people in a church, no less.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Why are one treated one way and another is not? Why is one treated like given the pretty much I'm not gonna say the red carpet, but the golden carpet?
You might as well say that.
Then this other one has red carpet and it's his own blood, and he's laying in a pool of blood, which is his.
Right.
I don't get it. Again, like I said, I don't know if it's sensitivity training or do they fear for their lives.
Now
you'll run towards some young man who has a big old assault rifle, but then you be afraid of a young man who just ran a stop sign with no weapon.
And you shoot him 60 times?
And you're not. And this young boy have ammunition and guns strapped to the front of him and on the back of him, and got his belt with guns on like he in the OK Corral. But with this black boy, you thought, quote unquote, you thought a gun. You thought.
Because they were saying that he shot
right
at them, but there was no gun.
There was no gun found, but this boy is pretty much strapped from head to toe with all kind of ammunition, and you like, come on.
But think about this though. But to go back to the Akron shooting, they did powder residue on the man on the young man's hand. Guess what?
Nothing.
There you go. So where did the multi-flash come from?
That's what I keep saying. They thought.
No, they didn't think anything. They just trying to justify killing him.
They thought, yeah.
And they didn't think anything. They knew he didn't shoot nobody. They just trying to justify killing him so they won't have to lose their jobs. But go ahead, baby. We got some more stuff.
It's sad, but yeah, that's just. Okay. Moving on. The next story is the one you had mentioned earlier about one of your that's going to correlate back to one of your books of the day. Quote unquote, get the fuck out of my town. 48-year-old Connecticut man confronts 11-year-old black boy 3 times before pushing him off his bike. And he was and he just got a 3rd-degree felony assault. He was arrested on a 3rd-degree felony assault. A Connecticut man is facing a plethora of charges for allegedly knocking an 11-year-old boy off his bike and telling him to go back to where he came from. The boy's mother believed her child was targeted because of his race.
Oh, you think?
Exactly. Saying a form of this kind of bullying happens to her family on a daily basis.
Here's my thing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He better be glad it wasn't our child. I'm coming to see your ass. I'm coming to see you. I'm knocking at your door. I'm gonna be like, Come on outside, bro. We gotta talk.
I just, what? First of all, why you touch him? Let's start there.
Yeah.
Second of all, this man's last name is, I think it's Chapman. Hold on. Yeah, last name is Chapman. Is this Chapman's Avenue? Is the name of this city or named Chapman? So what do you mean get out and come back? What is that? Let's start, what?
Let's start there. Let's
Okay.
start there.
Okay.
This man approached a child.
His name was Daniel Duncan, the little boy.
And I've always told you this. I said this several times on this very same podcast that they always go after an easy target.
He was, I hate to say
an
this,
11-year-old child.
but he was a half-breed too. So I don't know if that makes
that
a
makes,
difference.
That makes no bit of
I
difference.
don't know why this white man.
He didn't see the white hat.
Yeah, he
didn't
just
see
saw
the white
him. He
hat.
just saw the
Yeah, he didn't see the white hat. The only thing he saw was the black hat. But anyway,
And the little boy was explaining to him why he kind of, rode in his path. He said, because I almost got hit by a car. So the man told him, I don't care, get the fuck out of my town, out of my yard, my street, my driveway. He said, get the fuck out of my town.
wow.
And this is in Connecticut.
It don't matter, man. There's racism everywhere. You already know.
And then he started asking him questions. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Connecticut?
Don't worry about it.
And he said, no, you didn't. So get the fuck out of my town.
Here's my question. Now, it's not really. It's more of a statement than anything.
It's a child.
Last night, me and my wife were watching the show that I really don't like to watch called P-Valley.
Down in the Delta where the girls get naked. That's my show. That's why I say people look at it thinking it's gonna be about one thing, but it's so deep. It deals with everyday living.
There was one part in the movie that kind of got my attention because I started watching it. When this young man that got out of prison, he's part of an entourage, and he said something that I didn't see not one lie that he had told. He said, no matter where we go, they don't want niggas around.
And they don't, no matter how
rich they are,
right.
It don't matter if
what office you held, Barack Obama.
Because he said it don't matter if you president nigga.
Right.
You could be bus driver nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, straight nigga, gay nigga. It don't care. They don't want niggas around.
They just see nigga.
And that's all they see.
Yep.
Now, that's all that man saw in that little boy.
Yeah.
Even though that boy was biracial.
Right.
Only thing he saw was the black. And I keep on telling biracial people, just because you're only half doesn't mean anything, because the only thing they're going to see is the black. I've had to tell several biracial people that. But that reminded me of that. I'm like, come on, man. There was no lie when he said that. That little monologue right there, there was no lie in that monologue. I agree with him 100%.
But then now I'm beginning to question the mother, because if I kept reading the story, and she has other children who has been shot with a pellet gun by riding their bike. They get talked about, spit on, and she said, I just feel upset. I feel anger. I feel sadness. I feel a sense of powerlessness.
This a white woman or a sister?
Her name is Dominique, so I don't know. That's kind of hard to gauge.
Right.
I want to say Lee, but then I'm like, you don't know no I ain't trying to get nobody beat up, but you don't know no hood figures. Everybody got a hood figure in their family.
I got a bunch of them.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying let's start no race ride or anything like that, but somebody would have to go knock on some door, be like, look here, let me tell y'all something. Leave this house over here alone. Something. All her kids. She said all her kids has been bullied.
Well,
do you tell her to leave? What do you do?
Again. Well, you already know my stance on that. I say play the let's piss off the white folks game, but that's just me. But to be honest with you, I don't know if I got a better question. Where's the man in the house?
Well, that's what I'm looking at too. And they said she moved her family to the predominantly white town 4 years ago. So I'm pretty sure it's like an influence. It's affluent neighborhood. Yeah. And of course, you want your children to grow up in a decent.
Who doesn't?
Of course,
of course, you want.
If they're getting treated like that, why put them subject them to that as well?
Which brings me back to my question: where's the man in the house?
They haven't said nothing about that. Nothing.
That's my question. I mean, that's my biggest question. Where's the man in the house? And I'm betting this is probably a white woman.
Yeah, I'm thinking so because they did like a census of the town, and they said they have 4,466 residents, 91% are white, 2.4 is black.
Oh damn! Come on now.
Yeah.
She's in the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
She's outnumbered.
Yeah, like I said, I'm rereading the story now. I don't see anything about a father or anything.
I mean, that's my biggest question is where's
Yeah.
the man in the house?
Yeah. I feel sorry for her to.
I really do, man.
To work
because
hard
I
to
do
live
too.
to another neighborhood like that, then your kids are getting chastised and shot at and bullied and talking about go back where you came from. So, you know, she could be a white lady and then had kids by a black man though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep on asking the question: Where is the man?
They really don't say anything about her father.
So I mean, that's.
But she did say that her child is traumatized, and now that
course
this
he
has
is.
happened, all her children are some traumatized. They don't want to leave the house. They don't want to do anything. Just stay indoors.
She better get them children some martial arts classes.
Well, do she? Okay. Devil's advocate here. Do she give them classes to protect themselves? Or do she just pack up the front of the family and move?
Well, this is where the double-edged sword comes into play. If she stays, she's going to get harassed. If she leaves, they win.
And she said they've been there 4 years. And it's on a daily basis so far. So for 4 years, it's been going on.
See, that's the whole point. You know, if she stays, she's going to get harassed. If she leaves, they win. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
I see what you're saying.
It's a catch-22 situation. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I don't know. I already know my stance on it. I just tell you just to piss them off, but that's just me. And I'm gonna have that thing with me. So if you come up to I wish you would come up in my yard and start some shit with me. But like I said, they should be glad. That man should be glad it's not my child or our child, because I'm knocking on your door.
Well, here's another story. I think I pretty much know your sentiment on it. Quote unquote, adults should be protecting children, not shooting them. A Michigan man gets 40 months to 15 years in prison for shooting 6-year-old after boy's ball landed on his property.
What?
Yeah. A Michigan man was served prison time for allegedly shooting a 6-year-old child for hanging on his lawn with his siblings.
How long did he get?
I live in an apartment. Let me put this right here. I live in an apartment, and I can barely give my stir. I have no children. I'm sure y'all know by now. My neighbor across from me, she has 2 girls, but they barely come outside. It'd be more kids on our stairway than anything.
Oh yeah.
And then downstairs they be all out here playing hopscotch, but whatever. And none of us have children. They be down there. So should I be shooting at them and calling the police on them?
Of course not. They're children. That's what they do.
Exactly. That's my point.
That's what they do, and that's what I was getting at. I mean, again, better be glad there wasn't my child you shot or shot at. I'm sorry. I'm coming to see your ass. We gonna have to move some furniture around in your own damn house. But anyway, why would you shoot a child just because he's in your yard? But how many balls do you have on your patio?
What, 3, 2, 3? And none of them are mine. None of these balls are mine.
Let me ask you this.
And I don't even know who to give them to, so I said, I just leave them there.
Well, let me ask you this. Did it piss you off that those balls are there?
No, I heard a thump at my patio window. You know me, I'm scared, so I'm thinking somebody trying to get in, so I jumps up. And I looked at their door, set a ball, like, okay, somebody threw a ball. And I think those kids got scared, because when I opened up the patio door,
They ran.
I was finna throw it over.
Of course.
It wasn't nobody down there.
Yeah, they ran. They bounced.
And I started to just throw it down there. I said, well,
I
nah, I don't
would.
want maintenance to pick it up and put in the trash.
Yeah, good.
You know, so
Yeah.
I just leave up here.
Yeah, but the point is, you didn't get offended.
No, not at all.
And this man got offended because a child was in his yard.
Yep.
Now, growing up, the brief time that I grew up in Oklahoma City, me and my friends, we would play football either in the street or in somebody's yard. There used to be a church right across the street from our house. We used to play in that yard, in that church yard. We used to play there all the damn time, play football, whatever. If a ball went into one of our neighbor's yard, And they would say, "Oh, your ball's in the yard," and we either come get it, or they would give it to us. One of the two. No incident. Nobody shot at us. Nothing. If a ball went over over somebody's backyard fence, we would knock on the door. Hey, our ball went over to your fence. Can you please get it for us? Boom. They give it to us with no problem. Nobody got shot.
Well, here's the real. I'm gonna go ahead and finish reading the story.
Go ahead.
Which is pathetic. Okay. Kids playing in the yard. Hey, Jamie. Hey, na. So one of them kicked the ball into the man's yard.
Okay.
He kicked the ball into the street. At the same time, he held up his hammer and waited at the kids as he yelled for them to get off his lawn. The children got scared and went home to get their older brother, who was 11. Now, mind you, the baby he shot was 6. So they ran home to get their older brother, who was 11. They came back to the man's door to confront him, and one of the little boys spilled some red Gatorade on on the man's door. They all got scared and they ran away. While the kids was running away, they heard the gunshot and noticed that the youngest among them was shot through the back of his upper arm, inches away from his chest. So I guess that was pushed him over was the red Gatorade, not the ball. The ball started it, but the red Gatorade pushed him over. So now I'm gonna have to say, is that mental illness?
No, that's just somebody being an asshole.
Yeah.
That's just somebody being an asshole. Probably being a racist asshole. So yeah, that's what that is. That's all that is right there. That's all it is. So anyway, what else you got, baby?
God bless him. Moving on.
Yeah. Hope you're riding the hill, you piece of shit. But okay.
Here's another one. They keep messing with the babies. I don't understand.
Because they're easy targets.
Quote unquote, should send a strong message, quote unquote. A Kansas man sentenced to 27 months in federal prison for threatening a black juvenile with a knife because he was in a white town.
What?
A Kansas man will be serving time for violating a juvenile civil right because he's a black male with a blade, threatening the black guy with a blade, and racist because he was in his town. It gotta be drugs. It gotta be drugs.
You know what? Marvin's in here. What's up, Nash?
Hey, Nash. It's unbelievable. It's unfathomable how these people just, I guess they do stuff and thinking there's no rhyme or reason, no ramification from it. I don't. Okay. What say you on this one?
Again, Marvin's a father. I'm a stepfather. I can pretty much guarantee you that if somebody was to put hands on Marvin's son, he's gonna knock on your door. Now, this man getting, how long did he get? It's basically a slap on the wrist.
Pretty well, 27 months.
That's nothing. That's what, a little over 2 years?
Yeah.
So.
But in federal prison for threatening a black juvenile.
Federal prison for some bull, federal prison. Well, like I said, 2 years. That's nothing. That's a slap on the wrist. More likely than not, probably what he'll get is probably maybe a few months in prison. Then he'll do the rest of it at home.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get 27 months in federal prison and 18 months of supervised.
That's what I
release,
thought. See,
which
that's
is
what I'm
like, what's that, house arrest or something?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. A slap
and
on
they
the
said
wrist.
because he was using racially motivated threats and violence. That's everybody.
Shit, yeah.
But because he was a minor, so they keep messing with these babies, honey.
They keep on messing with the children, man. That's messed up.
I don't know.
That is messed up. That's I can't even think.
Same scenario. You go knock on the door, be like, is there a problem?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I would knock on the door. Hey, is there a problem? Do we have a problem? If you got a problem with this child right here, I'm the father. Come see me. And we'll talk about it.
So here's another story we kind of alluded to earlier. Quote unquote, her face and neck were smashed against the concrete ground. A Chicago police superintendent calls for cops to be fired for dragging black woman kneeling on her neck. Kudos to this police chief. Well, superintendent, excuse me. Yeah. because this could have been another George Floyd situation. Instead of George Floyd, this could have been Georgette. So, of course, she was a black woman.
Of course.
And he was dragging her by her hair while he was trying to arrest her for looting. I think we kind of alluded to this story before, but this is the sentence that he got. So kudos to this superintendent, and hopefully he gets everything that he deserves.
Yeah. I mean, it's good he got arrested and all that good stuff. I want to know what the sentencing is going to be.
Right. Well, I'm gonna keep a brisk on this story. Yeah, because we need to make sure that this get whatever more that he needs. But this is ridiculous.
I agree.
That's why I said can't go nowhere, can't do nothing.
I agree.
Dragging you on the floor like you a piece of.
Oh man.
Well, here's a story you sent me what I thought was totally pathetic, and he, quote unquote, you had choices. A man who killed a black Michigan girl knocking on door after accident gets same sentence and new trial. This story happened a while ago.
Yeah, it did.
And
we talked about it before.
Yeah, we have. And he was sentenced to 17 years in prison. And he's going to get another 17 years after the court realized what he did was heinous. So, kudos. It's like some of the courts are getting it. Some of the judges and the jury are getting it and realizing we just can't let everybody walk. Somebody going to have to get some time.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
This is a good one.
Even though to me the sentence is a little bit light, it really is. It's a little bit light.
You just can't murder somebody for knocking on your door.
That's just somebody knocking on your door. Now, if somebody was knocking on your door with a shotgun, that's something totally different.
Right.
But
so good for them.
That's just a slap on the wrist again.
Right. Look, yeah. Here's another one. You had a Boy Scout. Now, see, I'm going to take this story first because I was a Girl Scout. You had a Boy Scout troop in there. A family outrage claims Farmington Hills Police Department only uses black male images for target practice.
Damn!
I don't know how people honestly get away with this, and then when they get caught, they be like, what? Like they get dumbfounded. You didn't think nobody gonna realize that y'all okay.
Like my grandfather would say, they got more excuses than a nigga going to jail.
So as parents of a Michigan-based girl, a Club Scout said their children was aghast, after finding out their local police department was only using mock-ups of black men for target practice at the force's shooting range.
Wow.
The scouts, who typically range between the ages of 8 to 10 and a half, to 10 and a half, stumbled upon the information during a field trip, prompting a mother and a father of one of the children to take action. Kudos to these parents, and kudos to those kids to recognize what they saw was not right.
I agree.
So that mean they must got the little, they had a little target practice thing, the little man with the, so they must be putting like Kawan and Haheem and put their faces on there. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to these kids to recognize. That's why I said out of the mouths of babes, these 8 and 10-year-olds realized that was a wrong thing that these grown ass men were doing.
Yeah, that's sad too, ain't it?
I wish I could see the picture. It's pictures of black men. One got a skull cap on. One of them got his hat backwards. Reginald.
Hey, I wear my hat backwards.
Exactly. So you're a criminal.
No, I'm a criminal now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That said, 8 and 10-year-olds recognized that they were wrong. So kudos to those children and also the families who took action to bring this story to light.
Exactly.
Because we would never have known.
Ever. Hey, Mari, if you're still in the room, man, we'll be there in a couple of weeks. So we'll hit you up when we get there. But anyway.
Well, here's the story that you talked about, and I want you to expound on it as well.
Okay.
Is it not suspicious? Family of Dantes Perez Jones calls it foul play after he's found hung in a suburban Philadelphia park. When I read this story, I know it's possible. People commit suicide every day.
But not with the hands tied behind.
That's just what I just been saying. How do you hang? How do you hang yourself and commit suicide
with your hands tied
behind your back?
Yeah.
If they can show me a demonstration of it,
Yeah.
maybe I can see it
Yeah.
and comprehend it.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't get it.
That's just like, and we talked about this a while back on the show as well, with Greg Webb, the white man that was getting ready to blow the whistle on the whole CIA, putting crack into the neighborhoods. They found him bound with a bullet wound to the back of his head, and they said he committed suicide.
How is that? You have to be a damn near a contortionist. I mean, I know your hand can't reach back there. You can't put. I guess you can. So I'm trying to do it now. I guess you can get the book. Okay, I guess you can do it.
But how can you do it with your hands tied behind your back? He was bound. I mean, he was bound. I mean, he was tied up. When they found his body, he was tied
No, I
up.
said maybe you're a contortionist, so your hands was tied behind your back. You was able to raise your. You see, I'm trying to do it right. Yeah. You can raise your hand, or maybe you held your hand all the way back to where it reached the tip of the gun. Then you pull the trigger.
And then you pull the trigger with your hands tied. Now, mind you, your hands are tied. Remember that. Your hands are tied.
Y'all need to stop making up these bullshit excuses. Excuse my friend, like my grand. This is what my auntie said when because she was like, excuse me for guessing, but. Come on now. Come on. What they look like? Come on, man. What's his name on the Boondocks? Come on, man. Come on. Are you serious? If you can show that in a demonstration, I'll be the first one to eat crow. I will literally eat crow.
That's just. Let's go back even further than that. Malcolm X's daddy. When he was killed, and the Klan killed him. When he was killed, because he was a Garveyite. He was follower of Marcus Garvey. And when he was killed, hands were tied. And somehow he tied himself up and managed to get to lay across some railroad tracks and get ran over by a train.
I remember that was in the movie. I remember that, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, when he's with that, all right then, I'm pretty much shut out the conversation.
Right, I'm done with it.
Yeah, all right then.
So here's a story too. This is a local story here, which kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit. Quote unquote, you don't even know what you're talking about. A Texas police captain stopped a black academy graduate over handicap parking and received an unexpected lesson on the law. Two Texas officers stopped a man leaving a 7-Eleven in the suburban of Dallas-Fort Worth area, claiming he broke a parking law. The man, a retired black veteran and police academy graduate, not only proved the officers were wrong in their assessment and had no probable cause to approach him, but videotaped the incident so that he would see the racial profiling in real time.
Wow.
Kudos to that
brother,
man.
He did his thing, right? That's what's up. Sometimes you got to put it back at him, man.
Judging a book by its cover,
that's
did
exactly
not know
what they
that
did.
this man was a highly recognized veteran of the police academy.
Say that again.
You know what I'm saying? And then here you are, done got played like Lotto on film. On film.
Got played like Nintendo.
Y'all need to start judging these books by cover. You don't know who you do.
Already. Come on, man.
And the video is so amazing because they were. Can I see he talking about see my ID for what? He was giving them the bait. He was getting them the business, honey.
There you go.
And you can tell they kept putting their hand back by they.
Of course.
Baby, they were finna light that man up.
Of course.
Then when he put that old badge, yes sir, no sir, yes sir. I thought, oh, now you're sirring him now. Okay.
Now they got some act right.
Couple more stories I think we need to talk about because this is unfathomable.
Let's see.
The one about the employee who worked for 27 years for Burger King.
Let me tell you something.
But in the end, he got awarded big time though.
Let me say this.
Do you remember some of the stuff that was in the bag that they left him? How you give somebody one movie ticket? I mean, do he not have not a friend that he would like to take to the movies with him? Y'all gave him one
I can tell you right now,
movie ticket.
when I saw that story, I laughed. I laughed out loud.
But he was so thankful. He was so thankful.
My man.
I was wondering what I was going to get it because they normally give everybody. He did say they normally give everybody cars, but due to economics, he was just glad to get the bag. He like something they just took a little bag out the street, like a little grocery bag tied up at the top, and just put. I was like, oh my God.
I would throw that shit in their face. Now, this man has been a faithful employee for 20-some odd years.
27 years at Burger King.
27 years at the same job. And you gonna give him a bag of bullshit?
One movie ticket, a large bag of Reese's Pieces candy, our Starbucks plastic cup and straw, a lanyard, 2 ink pens, a couple of keychains, and 2 rolls of Lifesavers candy. Baby, we in a recession. That's good he got anything. Because these people, hell, I was on my job almost 25 plus years. And, it makes me wonder if I would have stayed a little longer, would I have gotten anything? So, hey.
Excuse me, y'all, for laughing, but that's laughable.
And it was kind of hard to tell, was he making fun of it? When he was pulling it out and showing to the camera, was he? To me, he seemed sincere and thankful. But then, that old social media got hold of it, and so far to this day, they have raised $159K in donations.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But still, you.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? One movie ticket, a Starbucks plastic cup and straw. He can't get those nice metal cups that Starbucks got out.
This is what they did. I can tell you exactly what they did. They got some shit they found in the lost and found and gave it to him.
Stuff they had in a, what you call it, supply category.
Yeah.
Why did he need 2 ink pens? What would he need with 2 ink pens? And obviously they must have a 7-Eleven next door and they ran and got some Lifesavers candy. So it's like, unless you see him eating Lifesavers candy, why did you get this man some Lifesavers candy? But they went to like a quick trip and just saw whatever they had and just put it in a bag.
The first thing they saw is what they grabbed. That's exactly what happened. So anyway, moving right along.
Now this is a story right here. Me and you discussed today, and we both had the same reaction. Quote unquote, I thought I cleaned it up. A New Jersey County employee sues employer, claims he faced retaliation after he reported he had to clean up mounds of poop meaning shit, after his boss defecated throughout the hallway.
Damn.
Now let me tell y'all something.
Let me tell you something. Let me say something real quick, baby, before you expound on what I'm about to say. Now, I don't like cleaning up my own shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I damn sure don't want to clean up nobody else's.
I told you, I said, if they would have came to me and said, hey, we need you to go clean my shit, I would have said, I quit.
I would have lost my job that day.
Exactly.
I would have called you up and said, babe, I'm coming home.
Exactly. And I guess this man was just needing his job. He said he's been treated unfairly since 2014. He's been passed over on promotions, and of course he's the only black person there.
Of course.
And y'all know what kind of company this is? This is a Mercy County Emergency Services Communication Center. That means 911, where you call 911.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he cleaned it up. He went and he cleaned it up, and then he cleaned it up, and I don't think
Check this out. This is what Marvin said. He said it was the dude selling candy for a school, a damn keychain, and an ink pen, a movie ticket. Not tickets.
Exactly. A ticket. Just one ticket, yeah.
Nas, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I mean, I know you would have quit that. I know you probably would have cussed them out and quit your job and then fought it in their face or something. But still, that was ridiculous. But anyway, continue, baby. But cleaning up shit.
I don't think I could have. And then when he came to the man and told him, "Sir, you Because he thought the man was finna do it again. And so the man decided to he told him, why don't you take off a couple of days to make sure you're not sick anymore? This is the employee talking to the manager.
Yeah.
So he said the manager took off for a couple of days and he came back. And he will kind of explain to him, I cleaned it up for you. And he go turn around and this is where the headline of the story came from. He turned around to that man and told him, oh, I thought I cleaned it all up. You was a lie. You was a lie. Because this man he's recording himself cleaning up. And the key word here is mounds. Do people really shit mounds? Unless you have diarrhea.
Even then it's running.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Mounds is what cows and horses plop down, isn't it? I'm like, what does this man have? And then he told me, oh, I thought I cleaned it. Then he gonna get mad at the employee because the employee, went to someone a little bit higher than him and explained to them what was going on and how he felt. They got mad at him and they didn't do anything about it. He said, so when I tried to talk to my boss after that, he was acting a little bit funny toward me. Yeah, because first of all, you done got him embarrassed. You turned him into a higher authority. He's embarrassed. You told somebody that he shit in the hallway and he asked you to clean it up. And yeah, I'm surprised you still have a job, honestly. I would have. I would have quit. That's what I just said. I'm out of there.
I would have walked out.
It's too many disease. This kind of relates back to this monkeypox stuff that's going on. You don't know what people have in their system.
Let me tell you something, man. Like I said, I would have called you up and said, "Babe, I'm coming home."
And I thought he was the maybe he's the janitor of the company. No, he works there with them, same department. So what? That's just like I'm in accounting. If my cohort comes to me and say, girl, I just shit in the back, can you go clean up? I'd be like, bitch, are you crazy? And y'all know I don't like using the word bitch, but she would have got called a bitch that day. You want me to go in the bathroom and help you do what now?
That's just like me.
If you was able to walk back to this chair and sit down in your chair, you'd be in there clean up that bathroom.
That's just like me. I'm a network engineer. There is no way in hell, me being a network engineer, I'm gonna clean up somebody else's shit.
No. No. So with that being said, kudos to that brother. I hope everything works in his favor. Seems like he's getting played a fool. Unless he can't find a job nowhere else.
He a bigger man than me.
Oh my God, say it again.
Yeah, he's a bigger man than me. I ain't cleaning up somebody else's shit, but that's just me. If you ain't a baby, I ain't doing it. Anyway, go ahead, baby.
Well, those are all the hot topics that I have for this week.
That was enough.
I hate to end on a note like that, but I just thought that was ridiculous. And that just kind of allude to the bullshit that we're dealing with every day on a daily basis in this thing that we call life. From the January 6th array, I don't know if you guys want to get them hearings as being laughable. Of course, me being a woman, they took away Roe versus Wade, which is unfathomable.
Right.
Clarence Thomas's wife need to have him and her blow locked up under the jail. Donald Trump is going to become president again, mark my words.
I agree.
And it's hot as hell here where we are, so everybody please be careful, because we are living in the last days. And that's all I have to say.
All right, let's talk about the reparations question. Cut the check part 2. Again, we talked about this earlier, and I was talking to Marvin, who's in the chat room, and he said that reparations are not going to happen.
I agree wholeheartedly.
And to be honest with you, excuse me, I agree with him. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But with the way things are going, everybody else is getting money, but when it comes down to us asking for money, oh, you know what? Damn, they start patting their pockets like, you know what? I had it, but
let me get a study going.
Yeah, let me get a study going.
And get some people on that to see what we need to do to get it started.
HR 40?
It don't need to be no study done on, because there's been several, from my understanding, done.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's hard to call up the Federal Reserve, be like, y'all did it with this stimulus.
Yeah.
How quick would those stimulus checks cut?
Immediately.
So why would it take a long time to cut reparation checks?
It's not going to take a long time. That's just a stalling tactic.
Yeah.
What they do, that's what they do. That's just like with Jim Clyburn when he wrote that HR 40 bill in the first damn place. That's just a stalling tactic.
And, I used to like old Jim.
I ain't never liked
shout out to him. He's an Omega brother, frat good, whatever. But then I started listening to him, and
And the more you
some
listen to him, the
things he
stupider he
do
sounds.
good. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't quite want to call the man a C word, but I'm gonna give
He's a
him.
coon.
He.
I'll call it out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Everybody that I have an affinity, pleasure of listening to them, watching them, read their books, read their quotes. Every time I see them, I stop and listen to what they're talking about. And when they do some crazy stuff or say something that's just astronomically unbelievable, it hurts it questioned me of my character of how to judge people.
No.
Because I would not have never done a thought that him, and I mean him, of all people, would be a coon.
Oh no, he's cooning.
Oh my God,
he's cooning. He's not the only one either.
Okay, well that leads me to this point. Why would you even write the bill? Who were you writing for? We just writing. You had nothing else to do, or were you really looking out for black people while you in office?
Well, let me explain that HR 40 bill to the people that's out there listening.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know what the HR 40 bill is, it's a bill that was written by Jim Clyburn
Mm-hmm.
to form a committee to study to see if foundational black Americans need reparations, and based on that study, what would reparations be?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. If they study and say, okay, black people do need reparations, and if we're going to give them reparations, let's give them an extra $3,000 a month check. That's just an example. I know that'll never happen, but that's just an example. Or they'll say, let's give them a free coupon to Popeye's chicken once a month. That could be reparations. Or let's give them free education, which I'm good on that. Because school ain't for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with that 100%. Now, if they were saying give us land vouchers, I say okay, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
And another person who I'm
That's something
disappointed
tangible.
that had something, Sheila Jackson Lee.
Oh my God, she's not even the foundation of Black American. Her family's from Jamaica. So who the hell is she? So what the hell is she doing in FBA business?
Well, I guess she caught herself trying to be a positive role model or positive go-getter for reparations. I guess herself and Clyburn, but it's like,
no, they're just stalling. That's all that is. Because who was that said that black people don't need reparations? It was one of those sentences that said black people don't need reparations.
Well, I think I read this story before about what reparation is, and it says it was introduced in the House of Congress on January 4th, 2021. This bill establishes the commission to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans.
See?
The commission shall examine slavery and discrimination in the colonies and the United States from 1619 to the present.
Mm-hmm.
1619.
That's a long time.
You mean tell me y'all haven't came up with nothing since 1619?
Well, see, here's where they made their mistake. This is where they made that mistake. They're saying that they put the reparations bill out there this year or last year.
Or last year, 2021.
No. The reparations question has been around since Frederick Douglass.
Hell, that question been around. Isn't that why Spike Lee named his production company 40 Acres and a Mule?
That's exactly it.
Yeah, so it's been around way before 2021.
Exactly.
Don't have me Google how long. Let me Google how long Spike Lee.
Spike Lee been doing movies since the mid to late early 90s.
Don't come
late 80s, early 90s. When did She's Gotta Have It come out? Was that what in the late 80s?
Yeah, I remember I was in college. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the late 80s when She's Gotta Have It came out.
I think it was 1619. That's a long time.
And like I said, Frederick Douglass proposed a reparations bill right when he was doing his thing, is doing his speeches and stuff like that, because he said that black people need reparations.
Spike Lee formed 40 Acres and a Mule in 1979.
Damn, he was a film student then.
1970. What?
Wow.
Oh my God. That's a long time. So for 1979, they must have been speaking about it then, or even before that.
Before
I know
then.
he did a lot of history on it. So he produced or formed his production company in essence of that was going to happen one day for black people.
Right.
And then here we are in 2021.
And it still hasn't happened.
It still haven't happened. And now we're in 2022, and they still trying to quote unquote form committees to discuss it.
And they haven't formed a committee yet. And they're not going to. And I can tell you right now, even if they did form a committee, Joe Biden ain't gonna give us reparations.
But he have.
How?
Through the stimulus.
That was for everybody, not just for us.
They try not to make everything about race anymore.
Okay, so the Asian hate crime bill is not about race, huh?
Yeah, because that man got hit in the head. None of y'all ain't
Thanks, Nas. She's Gotta Have It came out in 86. That's why I thought early 80s, mid to late 80s. Okay, that's why I thought. Thanks, Nas. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I remember I was in school or high school or college or something.
Yeah. But
man.
But anyway, the whole thing about this whole race question. So the Asian hate crime bill. It says right there in the bill, Asian hate crime bill.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's not about race, huh?
Well, let's go ahead and bring it up. We didn't talk about it in Hot Topics. They trying to say slavery never existed anyway. So why y'all go get paid for something that never existed?
Oh, they're trying to rename it,
rename it, yeah.
They're trying to say, what they trying to call
definitely here in this country.
Involuntary, what they call it? I forgot.
It sounds like moving. Involuntary. Oh, don't let me. Okay, hold on. Slavery.
Involuntary relocation. That's
relocation.
What it is.
I know it's about
involuntary
moving.
relocation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they trying to act like slavery didn't exist. So why they gonna pay y'all for what they paying y'all for? That's why there's no. That's why I agree with Nash. It will never happen. I'm gonna say it like this, like my dad used to say, it'll never happen in my lifetime.
Right. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see it happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if it was since 1619, it must have been all throughout that time. Spike Lee formed his company off of the ramification of that in 1979.
Right.
Here we are. They did something in 2021, and then now we're here in 2022. That's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Because like the whole thing, that's a long time. It really is.
Yep.
That is a real long time with reparations being on the table, because it's been on the table for a long time. It really has been.
Okay, Mr. Parker here. Mr.
From a historical standpoint.
Mr. I've done my research and I know my history. Why do you think it hasn't happened for Black Foundation Americans, but gay people, Asian people, Hispanic people? What we talking about last night? How they come here and take that oath to become American citizens?
Right.
How do all of them get Africa? I went to school with African kids. Come here and get all the education they can soak up for free.
Yeah.
I get my nails done. All these Korean getting these nail shops for free.
Right.
Why? What's going on?
Well, the point is, and this isn't by accident.
Mm-hmm.
It really isn't. And I've always said this. The reason why that everybody else is promoted above us is because they want us to fail. They don't want black people to accomplish anything, Foundation Black Americans to accomplish anything in this country.
How can we fail if we never got a chance?
We built this country.
Exactly what I'm saying. We have not got a chance to. We built it, yeah, but we have ever had a chance to own a beauty supply like most Koreans, or own what's that company I saw the other day, and kind of find out that the owner is a top dollar Japanese. It's some new product. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. But a lot of Japanese people are taking over major corporations now.
Yeah.
So where are we going to have a chance to take over major corporations?
We're not going to.
Unless we do it ourselves.
Well, that's just it. Like that one show we did called We All We Got. Mm-hmm. We All We Got.
Yeah.
We all we got.
That goes back to, well, like I said, I love it to death. That goes back to Stacey's quote. We got to have power, people.
Well, see, once
got
and that's the problem. That's why we'll never, and that's why I always say that we will never get that reparations. And I hope to God that I'm wrong, because if we get the reparations, we'll have that power. And that's why it'll never happen, because then we'll become empowered. That's the one thing they don't want black people to do, is become empowered.
Well, that's one thing Nash always said on several podcasts. They scared of black people with power.
Exactly. Because if we were to ever unite and put our little petty ass bullshit differences aside, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Just like now they talking about that the white race is coming a minority, and that's why the January 6th insurrection was formed, because they felt like that the white people was losing they said they were losing their ranking in like the culture or the census. Like, it wasn't too many white people in the census, like their numbers are dwindling. What they got to do with us?
First of all, if y'all are losing, we damn sure ain't winning.
Well, technically they're mad at their white women because they get with the other races.
Well, see, here's
and
the
they're
thing
not
about
making
that.
pure white kids anymore.
Well, see, here's the problem. Now, see,
my
I agree with you. I
thoughts.
agree
Those
with
are
you
my
on that.
thoughts.
That is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
That's why they overturned that Roe versus
And
Wade.
that's why they did. Because if you look at it, I read this story about this black doctor, and he said, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. He said, I work for an abortion clinic. He said, most other races come in around 9, 10 o'clock. He said, if you come up to this facility around 5 or 5:30 in the morning, just about everybody here are white.
I agree.
And he said the numbers pretty much triple.
Of course, and I've always said that,
Yeah.
because white women get abortions at 3 times the rate as any other
Right.
race. So I believe him.
Right.
I believe him. And on top of that, just like you said before, you got a lot of white women out there that like to ride on that soul pole. And you said last week you can't blame them.
No. no, I can't. I can't. But what they got to do with me getting a check?
Not a
though?
damn thing. Nothing at all. It has nothing to do with you getting a check. But my point is this.
forefathers fought for this. Like I said, we created pretty much everything here, but we have no access to
The
it.
whole culture is foundation of Black Americans, and that brings it to another point. I was looking at Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to that brother. There was some Caribbean women. They were talking real greasy about y'all foundation Black American.
They always
women.
do.
They were talking real greasy about
Yeah.
that. Then they were saying that foundation of Black Americans don't have any culture. And my question is this: if we don't have any culture, then how come you keep copying us?
Why they keep copying? I use the word copycat.
Exactly. Why they keep
Yeah.
copying us? Because they come over here and they automatically start trying to assimilate into American culture. So we don't have any culture. Why they keep on assimilating into ours?
Right. If you happy, stay home. Like that man said, if you happy, don't come here.
Go back to where you came
Go back
from.
to where you came from.
Exactly.
That's same thing I said about these kids who think they taking over with these rifles and shooting up innocent people. If you're not happy with this country that you was born and raised in for free,
Get your
there's
ass up
so
outta
many
here.
other countries that you can pack it up and move to Beverly and get up out of here.
Yeah, get up out of here. You can leave, man, if you don't like the way
But
things
yeah,
are
I know. They talk real bad, but they're wearing extensions more than we are.
Exactly.
They're dressing in name brand stuff more than we are.
Exactly.
So what you talking greasy about? Are you doing the same thing?
Exactly. So you're embracing our culture.
Yeah, that's been going since
and
I
to
was
be
in
honest, with you, I mean,
college.
think about this too. Since you want to talk about culture, who made Tommy Hilfiger hot?
Yeah.
Exactly, rappers did. Cause didn't nobody even know who Tommy Hilfiger. Didn't know what Tommy Hilfiger was until Biggie came up in some shit.
Yeah. And Dapper Dan did the same thing for Gucci.
Oh man, yeah.
With the rappers.
Oh man, yeah. He blew Gucci up. He blew Gucci up.
Same thing coming along with Coach and Michael Kors.
Come on now.
For a long time, white people. Can you see more black people? I'm part of that. There has more coaches than Michael Kors and Gucci and what's the big one everybody trying to get that cost $10,000 purses?
Oh,
and
shit, yeah.
Armad. Girl,
Marvin made a really good point. He said they copy and paste our style. You're absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
Because like Paul Mooney said, and I've said this on this show several times, Paul Mooney had this joke. He said, the American black man's a unique kind of human being. We're copied all over the world because we the shit. Plain and simple.
I saw this thing the other day on that movie. Look at it's this little quote that says, "One of one."
Yep.
Not too many of us are the same.
Exactly.
We got some big brains and we know how to do it, but we just been stifled.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason why. And that's the reason why the whole thing about the whole reparations question. That's why they keep on stifling that, and they're going to keep stifling that because they don't want us to excel. Because if we're on the same playing field as them, they already know that. They already know that we're already proving that we're smarter than them. Yeah. On several occasions. Oh yeah. I prove it every day at work. Oh yeah. And you do too.
Yep. You see that stuff?
Exactly my point. Yep. So the point is, if we're on an even playing field with them, they would feel threatened, and that's the reason why the reparations thing would never happen. I wish it would. Yeah. I would love to see it happen. And speaking of the reparations question, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. He's thinking about doing like a rally sometime in October in DC, and he's going to have some really cool keynote speakers at that particular rally. And I would love for us to go just to see what it's all about. But it's going to be in October.
Yeah, I would love to attend something like that.
Yeah, but he hasn't decided if he wants to do it just yet. He's still kind of in the fruition space stages right now.
I'm just gonna speak out for this brother. He's probably scared there might be some retaliation and innocent people get hurt.
Probably so.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I pray that it will happen, but I don't think it will happen this lifetime.
I agree with you on that, man. I mean, I hate to say that, and Marvin said the very same thing, on several occasions. Because me and him had this conversation before, back when we lived in Oklahoma City. It'll never happen. Yeah. It'll never happen. But if it does happen, I would love to see it. But again, that will put us on the even playing field with the powers that be, and that's the one thing that they don't want.
You know who I would really love to see get it? Remember, there's still, I think it's like 2, 3, or 4 black people left from the
Tulsa riots.
Yeah.
They're going to get theirs.
They're going to get their reparations.
Yeah, they're going to get something. I don't know what it is, but they're going to get something. I forgot what it was. But they're going to get something because they're survivors of that.
If they get it, that would be a start. I think that would be a good footing. And maybe they'll realize that this is no game, people. This is reality. Our forefathers and our ancestors fought hard every day in them fields and cleaning massa kids and taking care of massa kids and creating different things to make it easier for us to get things done. Our ancestors did that. So if we're going to be recipients of that hard work, why can't it be done? I don't understand what's wrong with we're no different than Asians. We're no different than the alphabet people. If they can get it, if they feel like they need it, why can't we get it? That's the only thing I have a major question on. If somebody from government can call me and let me know why we keep getting these studies done, because when anything else happens, like you said, when that Asian man got hit in the head, a bill was passed immediately within a year to get that taken care of. So why is it that bill was passed quickly and the reparation has been going on for many years? So I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to get these phone lines open so we can get some calls in, but I don't forgot the password.
Oh no, had it been that long?
Yeah.
Had it been that long? You don't forgot the password.
Let me try it on my tablet. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I hope it could. And another thing, I think, I don't know. It's kind of disheartening. Very disheartening. But if this world can understand and see and get it and make it happen, it'll be good. And the price of gas and the price of food, and I kept telling people, I said, you know what, I don't know how the government was able to cut these stimulus checks and get them in the mail so quickly, but they pretty much getting all their money back, with gas being $6 a gallon and bread being $4 a loaf and eggs being $3.50 a carton, and they getting all their reparation money back.
Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
I didn't even see that coming. I'm really shocked. When I pull up to the pump, or when we pull up to the pump when we was in Oklahoma, we drove away from the pump because the pump said $5.99 a gallon. I said, no, none of that gas is going in this car. No, we're going to go somewhere else and get some gas. Because I'm like, no, that's, I don't know if that's price gouging. I don't even know what to call it anymore. people taking advantage. I don't know. But I don't want none of it. It's sickening. It's sickening. Like, I love going to concerts, and they got some good concerts coming to town. Mary J. Blige, Frankie Beverly. These tickets are costing almost $200 per ticket. Well, we used to pay between $60 and $80 per ticket. Now, I know these artists have to recoup from being down from COVID for 2 or 3 years, but come on. $200 for almost one ticket? Like I said, I want to go to some shows this year, but I'm thinking real hard. I don't know. No, it's going to be, no, I don't know.
Well, I kind of figured that the whole thing was going to
it blew up in our face.
Blow up in our faces. I knew that. I mean, everybody was cool with the money that they got and everything like that. And I'm glad everybody was cool with that. But eventually you got to get the devil his due.
And Poe Biden, y'all just run that man ragged. That man, he already walk like skips when he walk, and now that man just dragging his foot like he got a ball and chain tied to the back of it. He just like, what have I done? What you can tell he's trying to stay hopeful in his answers, and he, I guess by him like putting Ketanji Brown and now the press secretary, she's black. Maybe he's trying to do little stuff like that, but I don't. This man, he's not carrying. A lot of people are saying he's not carrying this country well right now at all. And his favor rate with American citizens, I think, is under 20%. That is awful. That most of your constituents don't even want you in office, and they want someone else in office. With this, they want a nitwit and a racist back in office before they let someone that's supposed to have a good character and longevity in government officiating to be taken out of office and put Donald Trump back in office. That says a lot. And like I was telling you the other day, I saw that meme. Quite a few black men are saying they would prefer to have Donald Trump back in office than Joe Biden.
Well,
that's crazy.
It's the less of the two evils. It's less of the two evils.
I mean, you gonna pick a racist to come back in office?
They're both racist. I mean, I can honestly tell you this about Donald Trump. Donald Trump didn't do anything to help black people, but he didn't do anything to hurt black people either.
But his racism is upfront and personal. I don't think there was nobody who didn't even second guess if he was a racist or not at all.
Hey, Nash, the phone line's open. Call in, brother.
Yeah, the number is 469-638-3459.
Hold on, let me put it up. Put the splash screen up.
Okay.
Hold on.
And anybody else who's listening, you want to call and give your opinion, we would love to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to see how people are dealing every day. What do they do every day? Are they fortunate to work from home? Do they have to deal with high gas prices? Are they just taking it in with stride? Are they losing their mind like I'm losing mine on a daily basis when you look at the news and can't believe what you're looking and hearing?
Marvin said he still got his concert tickets from the Run DMC concert in '86. $12.
See what I'm saying? $12. I still have mine. You look at my little jewelry box.
Yeah.
We went to go see the Fat Boys and Salt and Pepper and New Edition. Them tickets were $15 for all those acts.
Yeah.
$15.
Yeah.
The Beastie Boys. It's my first time ever seeing the Beastie Boys. Run DMC. All of them was on the show. Them tickets was $15. I'll never get them. I'm like $100. Oh my God. And I said, Mary J, I don't know if I'm gonna come see you this year. Frankie, every time Frankie Beverly come to town, I go, I don't know if I'm gonna see him this year. Unless I start saving my little pennies. I'm like, they all, because most of them put on a good show, but $200 a ticket. Ugh, Jesus. I don't know, you know me.
It's getting to the point now to where it's getting too expensive to even go out.
It is.
It really is, man. I mean, and we love our date nights.
And that's why I said we do it, but I somebody's calling.
Yo, is this the nasty man?
This is the nasty man himself.
What's up?
How you doing?
Ain't nothing, man. Shit, just trying to put some lettuce on layaway.
No, not lettuce.
It's getting to that point, though, man.
I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you.
I made a payment today, so I'm good.
You gonna have it.
When you gonna get it out?
When it turned brown,
At least you have for
all
another
slimy
month.
and shit.
Wow.
I hear you, man. So the floor is yours, Nas, man. Do you?
All right. How y'all doing? First of all,
We
Doing
good.
Y'all
good.
again.
Doing
good.
good.
Lady Mimi, just real quick about Mr. Biden. You
Mm-hmm.
might want to check him on his 3 strikes bill. He co-signed that.
Yes, he
with Hillary
did.
Clinton and
Yes, he did. He
Bill
sure
Clinton
did.
and all that.
He's the one that wrote it. He's the one that wrote it.
Are you serious? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, he's the one that wrote it.
Wow.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
The one that put a bunch of black people in jail.
Yeah, I knew about Hillary, but I didn't know Biden was part of that.
Oh yeah, he wrote it.
He wrote
Yeah,
it?
all that.
He
yeah.
wrote it. That crime bill and
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if he wrote it.
I had
But
heard he wrote
he
it.
was
I heard
part of
Bill.
it.
Yeah, I
He was
heard
part of that
Hillary
book.
was. Oh my
He was
God.
part of. Oh yeah, Hillary. She's down like 4 flats on
Yeah,
the dump
I
truck
knew she
because
was.
She don't wear the Klan outfit. She just
Upfront and
you know,
personal.
she try to pretend.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But it's right all over her face.
Yeah.
Well, damn,
Yeah,
that
but
just
no,
hit
I
my
get it.
spirit.
You know, out of the lesser evils, I guess Biden looked like but looks to be deceiving. Like I've learned from Biden. Biden is he's a piece of floating toilet material too.
I learned that from Kamala.
Oh man, come on.
Kamala has really turned my eye toward her. Oh my God.
Just a quick note. All presidents. I might minus Obama a little bit, but all presidents racist. That they have to be. Going in office, they sit down.
Even Clinton? You think
Sit your
Clinton
ass
was
down. You
racist?
right?
Oh,
You
please.
think Clinton
Yes.
was racist and he from Arkansas?
That don't mean nothing.
He
please.
play a saxophone.
racist.
He play a saxophone and wear the dark
That's the
glasses.
handbook.
Oh, you think he's a
He-
major?
He had us
Wow.
fooled.
Yeah,
He had us fooled. He had me fooled.
Yeah.
Try to go on Arsenio and play the sax and all that.
Exactly.
He had a lot of folks.
You know,
fooled.
for a long time, y'all kept saying he was the
He-
first
he-
black
he fooled me.
president. Yeah,
He fooled me, but he
Yeah.
was part of that 3 strikes joint.
yeah.
Bill
Yep.
Clinton
yeah.
was.
He
After I
was.
found out
Yeah.
about that,
He
I
said
changed my
Democrats-
mind.
He said Democrats aren't tough on crime.
Mm-hmm.
So when he got in office, he was going to make sure.
Yeah.
So instead of brother going to jail for selling a little about half an ounce of marijuana and getting maybe a year, they got 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same white boy bringing keys from overseas, he got 3 hours community service
Oh, 3
If
hours.
and a
that.
statue.
Yeah.
3 hours. You getting the benefit of the doubt, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty hip to these little games, but as far as reparations, you kill that. Not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Because, like you all were talking about, if we did get our funds together and it was a level playing field, which it'll never be, but if it was a level playing field and we got all our resources together, do you know how many accidental bombings that would be? Man, our community would be lit up so bad. It would we get the Black Wall Street treatment.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. And just
Even if we had people guarding our community, it still wouldn't matter because they got military. They
right.
got all that kind of stuff.
Right. Right.
So
And just
yeah, we would just be starting out. Which I agree. If we get together, but I mean, I hate to say that it would happen, but if we did get all our resources together, like I said, we just get that same treatment, that Black Wall Street treatment.
I agree with you 100%, Nas. And just to piggyback off of what you just said, even if we did get reparations, it'll be just like the Osage murders in the 1920s, when all those natives got all that money because of the mineral rights on their land. Then women started dropping like flies. So, and that's exactly what would happen to us. We would just start dropping like flies for no damn reason whatsoever.
Yeah, like you just be, getting ready to get another check or something. Next thing you know, drop dead right there.
Yep, there you go. There you go. Exactly. That's
Yeah,
exactly
drink
it.
the water. It's good for you.
Oh yeah.
The water.
Oh yeah. The people in Detroit don't know what they're talking about. No, I'm sorry,
They're
that's Flint.
flying some of that good Detroit water. Flying some of that. Good Detroit. Here we got a man-made lake for you,
Yep.
full of Popeye's chicken.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You speaking the truth, brother.
But
You speaking
yeah,
the truth.
man. But when y'all were talking about when y'all were talking about the Asians and all that federal that bill they got a bill specifically for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Within a year of that incident.
Within a year.
Like Lady Mimi said,
Yep.
they got a bill a year. They didn't take no time.
No
Mhm.
no studies or nothing.
No studies done. No.
We don't
yeah.
we don't even have a bill to ourselves. Civil rights bill or act or whatever it is.
It's shared.
It's just an act.
Yeah, it's shared.
But we don't need the civil rights is for anybody.
Yep.
It's just not. It's not designated just
That's
for
not
black
for anybody.
people.
That's not
Yeah.
Exactly.
specifically for black.
Right.
Yeah, they include everybody in that bill.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. Oh, no, it's not just for us.
No, it's not. It's for
It's for
everybody.
anybody.
Yeah.
Any and everybody. Any and everybody.
The bill with the Asian, the federal law, that's specifically for them.
Yep,
They can't
exactly.
even get they can't even get a law for us exclusively. So how we gonna get some reparations?
Yeah. That's what I. Yeah.
You got a point there. I mean, I'm not arguing that point at all. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you.
No, I'm saying, we can't get a bill. We can't get an exclusive bill to, like, if we get harmed or something like with the Asians, we can't get that.
No, we can't.
Okay, let me ask you guys something. Since this is going on with the George Floyds and the Tamir Rices and all that, do you think we'll get a bill now for black men to get so they can prevent black men from getting killed in the street? Will a
Nope.
bill be produced before that?
I hate to say it, but no.
And that's
No,
proven. This is a
all-
proven fact that this has been going on for the last 9 years?
Oh, this
Now
been going
Tamir
on.
been gone since 12 years?
No, police brutality.
Police brutality has been happening.
I know, like prevalent like it is. Not like every other week it's saying somebody's getting shot by a police
Well,
officer.
it's like I tell people all the time, and Marvin can back me up on this. Police brutality has always been going on. The only thing that's new is the cameras. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing that's really new.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. It's nothing new.
You can dig back. You can dig back. The reason that there was overseers, because to look over to make sure black people stayed in their place.
Yep, exactly.
The same reason why you got officers.
Yep, exactly.
Overseer, officers.
Yep.
Same thing.
Wow, I
Yeah,
didn't
people
even
need to
look at
listen
it
to
like
that song. That reminds me, Nas. People need to listen to that song, "The Sound of the Police" by KRS-One. That puts it in a nutshell
Yes.
right there.
Yeah.
That puts it in a nutshell right there.
Exactly. Pretty much.
But there should be a
What he
bill,
said in
especially
that
the
song.
George Floyd bill. They
I
should
agree
do
with you on that. I
something.
agree with you on that. And on top of that, to piggyback off of what Nas just said, there's a book out. I think I put it on this show before, called 100 Years of Lynching. It tells you about every single incident of brutality done against black people ever since the 1800s. So this has been going on for a very long time. The only thing that's really new are the cameras. That's it.
And because one Asian
Yep.
man got knocked in the
And-
head, they got a whole bill for
Yeah.
one man getting knocked in the head.
That's all it
And
takes.
here we are, done had thousands and millions of black people lynched, beaten, raped, everything, but not a single paper has been presented to Congress.
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Again, I ask you, what is the difference?
There is no difference.
It's our skin color, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only difference.
Because our
That's the only
crimes
difference.
cannot be so heinous. These people out here doing heinous crimes, and they get things taken care of immediately.
Yeah.
He got hit in the head. Get a bill.
Yeah.
Gay people, they call me gay and I don't feel good. Get a bill. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't call people gay no more. That's crazy. You
And-
can't call them him. You can't call her. You gotta call them them. You know, I don't know.
Okay, and here's my whole deal on the whole alphabet brigade. Now, Nas, I gotta ask you. You know who James Baldwin is, right?
Yes.
Did you give a damn that he was gay?
He was homosexual.
Yeah, but did you
Yeah, he was
care?
homosexual.
But did you care?
No.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared about it.
No, nobody
But
cared.
Again, he didn't. He wasn't. He let it. He
ca-
let it be known But he wasn't pushing it out there like every other 5 minutes. Hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm gay.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm gay. He wasn't doing that.
Exactly. And I want to go.
And nobody cared.
Nobody cared. I mean, Malcolm X was one of his closest friends. He didn't even care.
Nope.
Nobody
and
cared.
Malcolm and Nation of Islam, they totally against.
Exactly. They are totally against homosexuality. They didn't care that James Baldwin was gay.
However, they didn't care. That's the thing. If you can do who you want to do, but don't be trying to push that agenda.
Exactly.
On a whole race of people.
There you go. Yeah. That's my whole point exactly, Nash. You put it right there in a nutshell. So nobody really cares about you being gay except for you.
So why they making a big deal about it now? Because just like the first black press secretary, they don't say she's the first black.
They call her first black
lesbian.
Yeah.
Why they gotta say that?
Because they're trying
why they gotta say, because that's that agenda.
That's that agenda they're trying to push on the black community. They've been trying to push that agenda on the black community for a long time.
They want
non-creative sex.
A person's sexuality to replace race.
There you go. That's exactly it.
I don't care
what
who
they're looking at. Do.
There you go. That's exactly
it. They want to make sure that race ain't even an issue no more. Even though it's the number one issue in this country as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they trying to push the femininity on black men. They don't push that on white guys too much.
They sure don't.
They don't do that. They don't push all that I don't know too many of them that's out there, but the RuPauls and all them, they don't push that on white people. They don't push that on white men because they want white men to reproduce.
Exactly.
If you're gay, you can't reproduce.
There you go. It's non-procreative sex. So
now you can go to the sperm bank and get it frozen and all that old stuff, but
that's not the same.
They want to decrease the African American population, black population.
Say that again.
What they're trying to do.
Say that again. That's exactly
it. And they're trying to do it with the cops killing you. They're trying to do it with pushing the femininity and the gay agenda.
Yep.
Because they feel, like I think y'all both talked about it, the white population, for some reason, they think it's going down and down and down. Which it is a little bit, but they're going to always win in this country. It's their country. Yep. White males, they're going to always win.
It's like Paul Mooney said a long time ago. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. He said the only thing that America likes more than one straight white male is two.
Yeah. And that has to be the agenda. We are losing, and the only way we could get this across, kill as many black people as possible. There's nothing going to happen. The Fraternity Order of Police, that organization, as long as they got people helping the officers that do the shooting, there's nothing going to happen to them.
Exactly, and that was a I can't remember the name of that book now that I read. I done read so many of them, but it was written by a cop, and he stated in that book on several occasions.
You sent me,
I think I sent it to you a while back, a long time ago. But anyway, in that book, he talks about how cops purposely target black men. They purposely do that. Yeah. I mean,
so they racial profiling.
Yeah, of course.
Just like that story we just did. They saw a black man driving a car, pulled him over, not knowing that he was part of the police academy. So they're racial profiling. That's crazy.
And that's the thing. They don't even... You would think that they would be, like, okay, this guy is part of the police academy. Let's ease back.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They don't even
want
care.
to get him, too.
Mm-hmm. They saw a black man.
That's the whole point. They either want to lock you up, kill you, take your money away, when it comes to black men, or feminize you, something.
They definitely want to feminize you. They definitely want to feminize you. Oh yeah.
And how they also divide, and that's another way to divide us as a race within us. Black men, black women. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because you got these black men who need to be in the damn household helping the mother instead of her working 2-3 jobs. And she out there, and then you got kids just free to roam the streets or free to look at all the kind of sickness that's on TV nowadays.
Oh yeah,
dudes shaking their ass on BET and all that old nonsense. Like, wow, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I seen some men out here on some of these shows. They can twerk better than any Meg Thee Stallion any day. I'm like, is that a man?
And that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
You ain't lying, man.
Oh yeah.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Shame.
And that's sad, man, because like and Nash can back me up on this. We would never ever go to a damn hip hop concert and see Big Daddy Kane twerking.
Nope. It's a bunch of them that ain't gonna be doing that.
Hell no.
From our generation.
Oh no, from my generation, no.
KRS-One trying to pop that thing.
Of course not.
See, damn Rakim trying to do that. No, you ain't gonna see. You ain't gonna even see LL licking lips. You ain't gonna yo, this LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What is born? You know, I'm trying to do my thing. You know.
No.
You're right though. But you're right.
Yeah. And it goes along with all this is going along with the plan at hand. Hip hop back in the day, same thing. Now you had people talking about fuck the police, and then you had that's the sound of the police, and you had all these political hip hop, and you had females rapping, you had humorous hip hop, you had just people that could flow. Now, if you ain't got a thong on, if you're a dude and you ain't got a thong on, thumbs up.
Thank you.
You got to have a thong, and you got to be talking about something that's tangy and sweet.
Come on now. Oh, I found the name of that book.
Hip hop now.
I found the name of that book. It's called Breaking Rank. That's the name of that book I was talking about Breaking. It's called Breaking Rank.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Nas. I mean, you know, they sitting up here and just like I go ahead and put it out there. I can't stand Lil Nas X. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the dude. All I know is he's real sugary and he's suspect. So I don't really. I can tell that now. But I don't know none of his lyrics. I don't know Old Kentucky Road featuring Billy Bob Syphilis. None of that. I don't know none of that. I guess that's the name of the song, Old Kentucky Road or whatever it was.
No.
But
Oh my God.
and the reason why I can't stand Lil Nas X Nas is because of the fact that every time you turn around, they keep promoting his ass. For what? He's not even a mediocre. He's not even a mediocre rapper. He's not even mediocre, Nas. No. He's not even mediocre by anybody's standard. He's not even mediocre, and he keeps getting promoted. That's why I don't like him.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a coincidence that he's getting promoted. And then Cardi B, I ain't really got nothing against it, but they promote that kind of hip hop now.
Yep, they do.
Like on the women's side, you got most of the women shaking ass and doing the stripper club type of music.
Yep.
Because they want little black girls to see, oh wow, that's cool. You gotta get that money and all that old nonsense.
That's exactly it.
And then when little boys see, oh, ain't nothing wrong with a song going up your ass, daddy, as long as you know how to rhyme somewhat.
And
that's what they trying to put.
And then you see a little 13-year-old son dance on a damn stripper pole, then something's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, I'm telling you, they plan is going according. It's going according to plan.
Exactly.
No reparations.
Nope.
Let's kill that.
You're right.
We're gonna destroy hip hop to its core. We're gonna destroy it. We're gonna feminize black men, and then we're gonna make black women the head of the household. But we got to kick these black men out.
Yep.
Well, they've been doing that when they started locking up black men for no reason.
Yep.
Yes, long time.
Oh yeah, that's been going on for a very long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, it's hard on the yard. But I hope I'm wrong about the reparations, but
I hope I am too.
I don't see it.
I hope I'm wrong too. I've always said that. I've always said
that would hurt their heart for us to have that kind of money.
Because it would put us on, like I said.
Like Lady Mimi said, they was printing up checks for the what was it, the COVID or whatever. Printing up checks for that.
Quickly.
No problem.
Quickly.
They was printing them up.
No, wasn't no
then you
deposit.
got,
It was actual checks.
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah, 'cause I got a couple of them. I sent one back though. The last one I sent back, and I wrote a note. Y'all ain't about to have me. Y'all ain't about to tax me for this money that y'all trying to have me use.
And that's exactly what they're doing.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's exactly what they're doing
sent
too.
it back.
Yep, that was a
I
smart
got the
move.
first one.
That was a smart move. That was a smart move.
Y'all ain't about to tax me. You can keep the check.
Yeah, because I had a cousin.
was
She
like,
was talking.
damn.
My cousin was telling me about that. They accepted the checks without knowing this was going to be the end result, so they kept the checks, but they saved them so they can go on a real nice family.
I don't knock nobody to keep theirs.
No, what I'm saying, well, this
I
what
just don't
happened.
trust-
This what happened to them. They kept the checks, saving them so they can go on a real nice vacation with their family. When they filed their income taxes, they had to use it because they got taxed hard.
Real hard. Cause that's taxable.
And what you just did, that was smart. I would never thought to send it back.
Oh yeah, because they consider that taxable income. They consider that taxable income. That's why.
Yep.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said the money
That's
they
why I
sent us,
took it
we
back.
end up sending it back. That was smart. I didn't even think about that.
I tripped and failed for the banana tailpipe first time. And then they sent me a letter saying if you something about another check that was supposed to be coming. Like, man, please, no, I ain't want you. I ain't want it.
Wow.
Now, if it's some reparations, some real money, you can sit down and talk. But I ain't getting these twos and fews. So
Some money with no something attached to it. We'll see this money, but you have to pay 45% on it or something. Yeah,
exactly. So that's all good.
It's always a catch.
Oh yeah, there's always a catch, man. But
they'll say, no, this is for you. This is for America and the hardship.
We'll be all right.
Many of you cared about America.
Exactly. We'll be all right. But
you don't even care about the people that vote for you.
Sure don't.
Black people.
Sure as hell don't. Sure as hell don't. You're absolutely right.
Well, they don't care about the people that vote for them, the actual people that vote for them.
Exactly.
They don't care about them.
Exactly. They never do. But
yeah.
But as usual, Nas, man. As usual, Nas, man, you hit the nail on the head, brother. We appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, I guess we bounced around on a couple of subjects, but sorry about that. But
it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay.
I'm like Reggie. I love my hip hop music.
Exactly.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get on that for a minute, but
y'all just need to leave Lil Nas X alone because he's a good rapper.
We kind of went on a couple of subjects. But it's all good, and I appreciate you letting me on.
Always.
Oh, we'll see you in a couple of weeks, man. We'll hit you up when we get in town.
Yeah, please do. I didn't get to catch you last time, but definitely I do. We try to catch each other up on this one.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Anyway, Nas.
And then Mario back. He lived back up here. So.
Okay. Yeah, we'll hook up with him too.
Yeah,
we'll hook up with everybody, man.
Dr. Kurt. Excuse me, Dr. Kurt.
Oh yeah, Dr. Kurt. I'm sorry, Dr. Kurt. Yes, Dr. Kurt.
My man, he cool with a fan. He the only doctor I know that don't even look like a doctor. Just chill, boy. But
he's the only doctor I know that plays metal. That's all I'm saying about that.
Yeah, facts.
But anyway, Nas, man.
He's still at it too.
Oh, hey, I know it. But anyway, we'll get you later, man, and we'll call you when we get in town.
For sure.
All right, man. Later.
All right.
Bye. Have a good night.
All
right.
Wow. Always dropping those jewels.
Oh, of course, man. Of course.
Dropping those jewels.
I don't know about you, but I'm hungry.
It's smelling good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, good to have a show. Good to be back.
Yeah.
So much going on as always in this thing we call life.
Yes, indeed.
Just keep us, all of us just need to just look out for one another. We need to bring that village living back. The crabs in the barrel is getting old.
That could be next week's show.
It's getting old.
That can be next week's show, Crabs in the Barrel.
Yeah. I know we done it before, but it's like it's still here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do that again.
But that was smart on that. Send a check. I never thought about sending a check back.
A lot of people didn't. They kept the check.
Yeah. Thinking and believing what they were saying, not knowing they're going to get taxed hard on it.
Exactly. And they got taxed for it too.
Yeah. Well, alrighty, sir. Good show as always.
Oh, yeah. Excellent show, man. We got a lot accomplished, I think. So, you know, as far
I
as
think
the
we got
subject
caught
matter,
up a little bit.
yeah, we got caught up on a whole bunch of different things, man. So yeah, we'll definitely make this try to be more consistent, because like I said, the last time I forgot, that's on me. So, you know, I'll take the hit on that. But anyway, so my wife can cook some really good vittles, y'all. And I have to keep reminding myself that she's a country girl.
You better recognize.
And she cooks like a country girl. I gotta keep reminding myself that.
You
know.
better recognize.
So, you know. But anyway, y'all, we can go get our grub on.
All right.
So anyway, I'm Reggie, y'all.
I am Mimi the Lady.
And we out.
Bye.